right, we are live. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Marissa. I am a brand coach and a website strategist. Welcome to Matcha Mondays. I do not have matcha with me once again. This is just straight up coffee. But I decided to call this video series Matcha Mondays because I want it to be a conversation and chat about business and websites and personal branding and whatever else I can possibly help you with. So today I want to chat with you a little bit about, I'm getting my little slides ready. Here we go. Gotta show that, okay? I worked on the slides, so I'm gonna show that. Welcome to Matcha Monday. Today I wanna talk to you about something that I love doing, and I promise it relates. I promise there is a reason as to why I'm gonna bring this up. So when I am not working on the Meraki Collective, I love to run. I'm super into fitness and wellness and plant-based living and all that good stuff. And running has been something that has helped me mentally and physically in all sorts of ways, and it's also challenged me and tested me in many, many ways. So last year I ran, I believe it was my 5th marathon that I ran in December of last year. And so I ran with I run with running partners. And so I would always, during the training is extensive and challenging and all that fun stuff. Fun stuff. Yes, it's fun. And I keep telling myself that. So when we would do our long runs on Sundays, around mile 10, I would always get this really bad pain on my glute. And it was just something that would always happen. And again, I promise this relates to business, and I'm gonna circle back around. Just bear with me. And so when I would run with my running group, with my 2 partners, I would tell them, yeah, I'm ready for this run. In the very beginning of the run, I would always say, oh, it's just, for example, we had a 15-mile run that day. I would be like, yeah, I'm excited, I'm pumped, but I know I'm gonna get this pain around mile 9, mile 10. And they are amazing. So they would just listen to me, and we would start running, and sure enough, around mile 10, I would get this horrible pain on my butt. And then the next week, the same thing. Oh, it's just, I love running, I love the training, but it's just, I know I'm gonna get this pain around mile 9 or 10. And I would just say this all the time. I don't even think I realized I was saying this during marathon training. Until one year, one of my running partners, one week, she said, Marissa, have you ever thought about not expecting the pain to come? And I was like, excuse me? And we're running, we're I don't know, whatever mile, running for hours at a time. And I was like, what do you mean? And she said, have you ever thought about just not thinking about it? What if you didn't expect the pain to come? And I was like, no, but it always does come. That's why I expect it. And she's like, yeah, but what if you didn't expect it? And it kind of messed with my head a little bit. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna think about that. So the following week, I thought, I'm not gonna say it. And I'll be honest, I thought about it. I was like, I know I'm gonna get this pain around mile 10, but I didn't voice it. This time I did not voice it. And so the following week I did the same thing. I didn't say anything about it. And then eventually at mile 10, I didn't get the pain. The pain wasn't happening. And the pain ended up coming around mile 13, between 13 and 15. And it just blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, it's not coming. I actually forgot about it. I wouldn't even think about it, and it wouldn't come. There was no pain. And of course there's all sorts of things that could be involved with this, but that just blew my mind. So the reason I want to share this with you today is there something that you are wanting to do in your business? Is there something that you are also expecting? For example, if you are maybe hesitant to post on social media or go live on Instagram or Facebook, are you expecting for no one to show up? Are you expecting for people to not like it? If you are wanting to start that business, are you maybe not starting it because you're expecting something to not go well? Or if you're working on a color palette for your brand, are you expecting that maybe you'll feel different about it once you launch, and so then you don't launch? These are just things that I thought, as I was running this past weekend, I thought about this, and I thought how so many times we hold back on doing that thing, on sharing that thought, on starting that business I'm contacting that person or whatever the case may be because we're expecting that pain in the glute. I was so focused on expecting that pain when I was training, when I was doing the marathon training, and it came. It never let me down. And the moment I stopped expecting it, I stopped thinking about it, and it was hard to like shift my attention away from it. The moment I did that, it didn't bother me as much. And then eventually it didn't bother me at all. So is there something in your business, even on like with your website or personal brand or whatever it is you're working on, even if it's just like a creative project, is there a way that you can shift that, I'm gonna move this way. Is there a way that you can shift the way that you approach it and simply just play? And just play. Like, for example, for me, I just needed to focus on my running and just enjoying and just doing that thing that I enjoyed, which is running. I love running. But I needed to shift it and I needed to just play because look, we've got this. Whatever we're trying to do, whether it's run a marathon, whether it's change a lifestyle habit, whether it's start a business, whether it's finally decide on a logo, whether it's to publish that website or to share that post on social media, whatever it is, you've got it. It's just, can you shift that attention to the play, to the fun, to make it easy? Because again, if you are expecting to fail, if you are expecting for something not to work, chances are that's what you're going to find. That's what you're going to get. And that's what I wanted to share. I wanted to share this with you today. And you know what? Like, this is a whole nother topic and I didn't even plan to talk about this, but I'm going for it. Like I said, the pain in my glute when I was doing marathon training, sometimes it would come back. And sometimes it would be earlier in my run. Sometimes it would be like at mile 17 or whatever it was, right? And so I started, I don't know why I started doing this, but I started picturing, the movie Monsters, Inc.? I haven't seen that in years, but for some reason I thought of like I think it's the main character, the blue guy, the fluffy blue guy. I started picturing that fluffy blue guy, running with me, and kind of like as if I was holding him in my back pocket, and that's what was causing the pain. That's what I eventually told myself. And I even told my husband one time, I was like, when I feel that pain, I just try to tell myself, hey, it's that blue guy from that, like a tiny version of him from Monsters, Inc. I seriously don't even know if that relates or if that makes sense in any way, but that's what I would tell myself. And that's the way that I found the play in my marathon training. And that's the way I was able to stick with it. And that's how I was able to stick with it and enjoy the process. I share this with you today because I know we all have that thing that we hold ourselves back from doing because we shift our attention to expecting for it not to work, expecting for it to fail. So I invite you, I ask you, can you shift your attention to play? Test it. Whatever you want to do on social media and you're kind of like, oh, I don't know. Could you just like have fun with it and play and share that post? And if people respond well to it, great, share more of it. And if they don't, well then okay, don't do that. Or to start that business or to try out a new color palette on your website, whatever the case is, whatever it is that you kind of feel like you're stuck on, could you just play? Because like I said, you've absolutely got this. We got this. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. Whether you are watching live or whether you are watching the replay, again, I invite you to play and see what you can do in your business. Find the different little ways you can enjoy the process so that you can stick with it because you have absolutely got this. Again, my name is Marissa. I go live on Instagram Monday and Thursdays, and you can find me live on Facebook on Wednesdays for website critiques. If you'd like to be included in if you have any questions or want me to critique your website, just comment below or send me a DM or a private message and let me know. I would love to help in any way that I can. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you guys.